Well, not how I wanted to start my 2025. I was just laid off. This is actually the first time I've ever been laid off, so I don't really know what to even do or how to process anything. I just dropped off my laptop. It sucks the most because I seriously was only at this company for 2 months. I literally got this job in October and loved every single second of it. Unfortunately, the company was acquired and a lot of us were let go. Nothing you can do about it, but it definitely sucks. I have no idea what I want to do. I don't know if I want to even keep working for a company or what. I got my real estate license back in early October. I'm like, maybe I should just pursue that. But I also really liked the idea of having like a stable income with a job. I'm also getting married this year and have lots of expenses. So yeah, I still know it's going to be a great year. Like, I'm truly trying to be positive. I know everything happens for a reason, but yeah, I guess we'll see what happens.
I just got a call from my work and they let me know that I was getting laid off today, and so I was laid off from work today. And it's a lot. Like, you know, there's the fires going on in LA. My birthday just happened a few days ago. I thought this was gonna be my year and I just got laid off. I've been at this company for over 6 years and, you know, I don't even know what to do. Obviously, I have to file for unemployment. I'm just like in shock. But here's the biggest thing. A few months ago, I filed a sexual assault investigation at work because something happened. And around like December, they finally finished the investigation and they really didn't do anything. And you know, a month later, here I am getting let go, and I just feel like this seems very fishy, and I don't know too much about the law. But if there's any like lawyers on here, and if somebody can help me, if I have a case here, let me know. But yeah, I don't know what to do.
The fact that a lot of white women thought that DEI meant minority or black people, that it didn't include them, is the funniest thing to me. Because white women are DEI hires majority of the time. They benefit from DEI initiatives. So the fact that you would vote against your own interests and then get upset that this is happening to you is just like hilarious to me. What do you mean you didn't realize that you were the diversity hire? Like, you're a woman and you think that you have an equal playing field in this game as a white man? The fact that we have this program set in place stops companies from discriminating against you based off your gender. So I just don't understand why you would think that, oh my God, I'm in the same playing field as a white man, because you never will be. You actively voted against your rights to appease white men, and you're going to pay the consequences for that. DEI does not just mean black people. As a white woman, that also affects you.
I lost my job today because of Trump. And listen, I know that firing people is his favorite thing to do. And that's what we love in a leader. Somebody who takes glee in firing people. That's somebody with integrity, correct? Correct. We love this. I got fired today when I was working on a project for a contract. This was a 2-year contract that the executive director reached out to me and said, hey, Noelle, I know you just got laid off. I have something. It's just a couple of hours a week, but we're looking to get someone that can help us with this program. We're getting women into trade jobs, and we just need them to be able to get the training and support that they need. We want to make sure that leaders have what they need to make sure that women feel included when they get into these roles. We want it to be as smooth as possible. I know that you can do it. Can you take this job? And it was just enough to keep me afloat and do something that makes an impact. And the Department of Labor said today that I had to stop working. I know that I'm going to have people in my comments that are thrilled that somebody like me, who helps people with disabilities, who helps veterans, who helps pregnant women, who helps parents, who helps Black, Indigenous, and other people of color, I know that they are so gleeful that people like me get fired for helping others. I know that that makes their day. but that's what it is. And I'm so proud of the work that I've done. I am so proud of the legacy that I built with helping people that need that support and making sure that workplaces are the kind of places where they can get the support that they deserve and they need. And to see everything I worked for get ripped away is hard. Now, I know DEI has always evolved, and I talk about this all the time. I will figure out a path forward for myself, but I am so infuriated, and I hope the price of eggs is worth it to you people.
The real F around and find out moment is here. A lot of people are looking at the Black community thinking that we are the recipients and benefactors of DEI programs and affirmative action programs. And I know affirmative action is no longer, but whenever they hear the term DEI or they hear the term affirmative action, they look to the Black community thinking that we are the benefactor. Now, here's some information for you. The number one recipient of DEI are white women. That is according to the U.S. Department of Labor. And others fall under that group, under the minority group, the ethnic minority. Number one recipient under that group are Latino and Hispanic Americans. Number two are Asian Americans. Number three are Native Americans. Number four, individuals with disability. Number five, veterans. Okay? And number six, the LGBTQ plus community. And guess who comes last at receiving DEI benefits? Guess who comes last? That's right. Black Americans. Black people. Let me also say, you can do a Google search and you will see the primary benefactors of DEI programs are not only white women, but white men, white male CEOs. Those are the ones who have benefited the most from DEI initiative programs.
I'm making this video a little longer because this is gonna be a hard conversation for a lot of people, but I think it needs to be said. And I have been trying to say this for the last few years. I think it's very clear by now that veterans and military spouses are about to be laid off en masse. The veteran community is going to really struggle for a while, and it's going to be very scary, and we need to make sure that we are there for each other and we're doing everything we can, because a lot of these DEI layoffs include veterans and military spouses. Military spouses already have a really hard time getting jobs. It's been proven. There's been many studies done. You know, I was a part of a bunch of panels, and you know, I did a lot when I was way more an advocate years ago before I was laid off from Meta, and I tried to do whatever I could to help people understand, but for a really long time, I think the message just got really muddled. So I want to talk about it now. Nobody wants to just sit at home and not feel fulfilled. So military spouses are able to get jobs, they're able to start their own businesses, there's lots of different things. There's lots of different things that people want to do. And we're not all women, so we need to make sure that, you know, we understand too that there are men out there that are military spouses as well, and there are dual military, and there's all sorts of stuff. But it is very hard when you move every 2 to 3 years to maintain a career. And especially after I got laid off from Meta, that was one of the final straws that led to my divorce. Give me 1 second. I know I haven't talked about it on here, but one thing that ended up happening after I was laid off from Meta was I realized I need a career. I need to be able to excel. You can't just depend on anyone. And it's really tough when you go from place to place and your stock isn't able to vest and you basically are just not able to save for retirement, and you're having to use any emergency money to fill in the gaps between moves. It's really difficult. And especially when you feel obligated to pay his bill first, because if you have a spouse that has a security clearance, you have to make sure your credit is stays outstanding. So there's a lot of stuff, and it's really difficult when you have kids, and it's getting even harder with daycare. So I just wanted to come on here, I guess, and just remind people that these DEI initiatives that everyone is saying are awful, they include veterans and spouses too. And when a spouse can't work, sometimes that also impacts the mental health of the veteran. I don't want to even touch on that, but yeah, it's hard. I just wanted to, I guess, make a longer video just saying that I had multiple reasons why I didn't sign the Meta severance, but I think that the biggest thing people need to know is that, you know, when I worked at Meta, we were training AI tools to look at different markers or indicators on LinkedIn profiles for someone who could be diverse. So it dawned on me that if we can do that, they can kind of reverse engineer it to avoid any candidates. Like companies can do that to avoid hiring any candidates that are seen as diverse. And for me to know that all veterans and military spouses are just gonna have so many more barriers to employment, like, we have to make sure that doesn't happen. So, yeah. I don't want to make this too much longer, but I definitely would be open to speaking to people about this, because I think that it is going to be a really big deal, and a lot of people they may not be personally impacted, but someone they love could be impacted. So check on your veterans, people you know that are veterans and military spouses. And if you are an employer and you can do more to learn about hiring veterans and military spouses, like, you know, there are programs out there that can help you understand, like, different jobs different military members would be perfect for. And sometimes, you know, guys are getting out of the military, guys and girls, they're getting out of the military, and they need to find themselves, you know, like, they may not just be their MOS, like they may want different opportunities. So don't put them into like a box. You know, I've met some amazing smart people that are veterans, and yeah, they always continually just shock me with, especially how they deal with people. They're amazing people with people, like, they've had to be, because they've had to deal, you know, like, you just think about it, and it's like you're thrown in with all these strangers, and then you just have to make it work. So I just hope people understand that it sucks to be laid off, and it really sucks to be laid off for a long period of time. Go through so many life changes, and it's hard, but I feel like I came out of this in a really positive way. So I don't want people to think that it's only negative. It is, you know, life does get better, and you really have to focus on both your mental and your physical health. And sometimes you have to be a little selfish. And, you know, that may look bad to some people, but who gives a shit about what they think? You need to focus on yourself sometimes, and we all need to make sure that we are doing what's best for us and what's best for our family. And yeah, so, but check on your friends and family that are veterans and military spouses, and do whatever you can to help them stay employed and get employed, because this is going to be a rough couple of months.
Yo, welcome back, folks. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. My name is Moses Lee. So, check this out. Remember how they told us DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, was reverse racism? How they swore up and down it was giving jobs to unqualified folks. How they said straight white people was the real victims of discrimination. Well, congratulations. Y'all got what y'all wanted. Now, companies slashing DEI left and right, and guess what? Y'all the ones getting kicked out the door. White folks out here crying 'cause they losing their jobs. And it ain't just them, black folks, brown folks, all kinds of people feeling it. See, when companies put money into DEI, it wasn't just about race. It was about making space for everybody, women, LGBTQ folks, veterans, even white folks from working class backgrounds. But nah, the anti-DEI crowd convinced these corporations to cut that budget. And what happened? Them same corporate bosses who pretended to care about diversity just used it as an excuse to start mass layoffs. And now, even the white employees who benefited from DEI without realizing it getting hit. And I don't know, but now that jobs disappearing, suddenly folks don't know what to do. Now they want to talk about fairness. Companies like McDonald's and Walmart already running back to DEI, 'cause they realizing they messed up. And let's not forget, Trump's tariffs finna make things even worse. This was never about some woke agenda. DEI was about fair hiring, mentorship, and making sure folks actually stayed in their jobs. But these CEOs? They treating layoffs like a money-saving scheme. And they ain't just cutting black and brown folks, they coming for everybody who ain't sitting in an executive chair. Ain't nobody safe, black, brown, white, don't matter. They clearing house. And honestly, I can't help but laugh, 'cause now I'm seeing all these folks online, boohoo crying about losing their jobs, talking about what we gon' do. How we gon' survive. These the same people who told us to work harder and stop playing the victim when we spoke up about discrimination. But now that they're getting laid off, now it's a problem. Now they want to cry about unfair hiring. The cognitive dissonance is wild. Let me go ahead and laugh in a way that pleases the ancestors. Anyway, y'all, let me know, has this DEI mess affected you? You lose your job 'cause of it? Drop a comment below, I'ma be reading as usual. Thanks for watching, stay sharp, and all I wish for y'all is peace.